I want to talk about the importance of an upload schedule when you're starting out, and really just, even when your channel has a lot of traction. Now, it is not necessary, in my opinion, to have an upload schedule, but it can certainly help you get traction. The main reason being is your audience, once you start building know, like, and trust with certain audience members and certain subscribers, they're going to come back and they're going to know when to expect your content. So it's going to give it that initial push to get it out there and get it eyes on other people that might not be potentially subscribed, that might not, potentially be getting your videos in their feed all the time, because the people that know, like, and trust you are going to know when your content comes out typically, and they're going to go to that video, or they're already going to have the bell notified, right, to get them notified. And they're going to go and watch your video first and give it that initial push to get it out there to other people. So upload schedule, while I do think people overemphasize these little things, in the grand scheme of things, I like to tie it back to a diet, not to get off on a tangent, but it's like people always ask me, because I used to be into nutrition and fitness a lot, and I still am, but I don't teach it anymore. What are certain little things? Should they do this diet plan, right? Should they do intermittent fasting? Should they only eat protein and do, literally cut out all the carbs on their diet? And I would always be like, another thing, right? It's like, should they do drop sets in the gym? Should they do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday split, or legs, or whatever, right? And what I'm trying to say is it's the same thing with an upload schedule and the same thing with YouTube. It's like people overlook the simplicity of it because they're looking for some secret, or they think it has to be so complex, and it doesn't, okay? So while I think upload schedule and things like this are one thing that you could totally overlook, because in the grand scheme of things, you should just be focused on putting out quality content, slowly improving your videos, and giving value to your audience. That is just like a diet, right? Just like working out. 95% of working out in a diet is literally just going through the motions, right? It's trying to improve your lifts every single day in the gym and get a little bit stronger. It's eating healthy. Super simple, right? It doesn't matter if you don't do any other complex stuff. If you just focus on those main things, you're going to get 95% of the way there. But people want to focus on the 5% of things that are super complex, that only matter once you're already there with the good simple stuff and you're already kind of progressing. Then the other little 5% makes a slight difference, right? But they want to ignore the 95% and they're focused on the 5% of stuff that doesn't really matter, and hence why they don't really see the results that they're looking for. Why am I telling you this? What's the metaphor, right? Same thing with YouTube, same thing with business, same thing with anything, right? Focus on what works for you. Focus on the important things. They're simple. They're always simple. It doesn't have to be complex. There's no secret. Quality content, get quality content out there, build traction, keep it in the same niche, and most importantly, improve your videos and give value to your audience. That said, if you do want to focus on the 5% that can potentially help once you get there, an upload schedule can certainly do so, because like I said, it's going to let your audience know when to expect your content. One of the ways that you can do it is the same time every day, so potentially like 2 p.m. every single day is when I schedule my clip channel. The people that start to gain traction there know that the videos come out at 2 p.m. every single day, right? Another way that you could do it is, same time or days every single week, right? That's another way, reasonable example. Another few examples that most people tend to do that I see a lot across the industry are Monday, Wednesday, Friday split, or once a week if you're really producing high quality content, or every other day. The key here is it doesn't matter with your upload schedule. Like I said, it's not necessary. It can certainly help, but the key is just to try to keep it consistent as you can, because if you can keep it consistent, your audience is going to know when to expect your content, okay? Now, keep in mind too that you want to kind of look at your potential audience or your ideal audience that you're trying to grow. Where are they? Where do they live, right? That matters. What country? Because their country is going to dictate their time zone. When are they most likely going to be accessing YouTube, right? So I teach a lot of different people in the entire world, so I have viewership all over the world. But for my main online arbitrage channel, I'm mainly focused on US-based people, because that's the easiest for me to teach, because I'm in the US and I do online arbitrage in the US as well, right? So my ideal audience is somebody that's going to be on a similar time zone than me, depending, obviously you have like Eastern Standard Time, Central Time, and then Pacific Time in the US. But I need to keep in mind, what time of the day is it, when these people are going to be accessing it? What is it, lunch for them, right? Am I trying to put a video out at lunch when people can watch it on their lunch break? Am I trying to put a video out in the morning so people can watch it before they go to work, right? Am I trying to put a video up after dinner so people can watch it after they're settled down and ready to kind of do so? The whole point being, Keep in mind where your ideal audience lives in the world, what their time zone is, and more importantly, when they'll be accessing YouTube and have the opportunity to see your video.